Hello, I'm Domino, one of the co-founders of Domino Maya Games. And this is my Bayonet. You've all seen Bayonet before, yes. I'm going to be opening up, well, nothing. I'm not going to be opening up anything but a binder, actually. I'm going to show you all something that you're familiar with and yet you've all never seen before. So you can just take that in for a moment. I am going to show you my Pokemon collection. Well, the cards, that is. I do plan to do a video for like many of my Pokemon toys later on, because I have tons of those as well. But when I first got into Pokemon, the first thing I collected was the cards, of course. Probably just like everybody else back in the 90s. I remember a time when Pokemon wasn't even a thing here. So that's a long time ago. And I remember when it first came to America, and I fell in love with it instantly, and I'm going to show you what I've accumulated over these many years. My entire Pokemon collection, which are 2 binders full, so, well, not 2 full, but 2 binders. And why don't we get right to it? Welcome to my Pokemon collection. In these 2 binders, including the yellow one behind Bayonet's head, I have all of my cards. I recently actually got some more. Maya bought a few card set boxes for me, and I realized that I needed to get another new binder. I got this one from the same company that I put all my Yu-Gi-Oh collection in, so, because this one ran out of room. But I'm going to show all of my cards to you in this video. Bayonet, you can just be right over here for a little bit. He's being dragged away. Okay. We'll move the yellow one for now, considering that one's going to be last. This binder I've had for so many years. I'm not exactly sure when I got it. The copyright on here says 1999 right here, so I'm guessing around that time, in the last century. So yeah, it's been around for a while. I've always liked it though. It has kind of a see-through here background here. You can see the cards in there and everything. It's very nice. Alright. I'm not quite sure if my kitty will be in the picture. Sadie, she might come up here and wonder what's going on. Now then. That's a good start right there. Now, I used to keep these in order. Once upon a time, I used to keep these in order according to their actual Pokedex number. And I have since stopped doing that for a long time. Maybe I'll do it again if I relocate all of these to a new binder. Sometimes the pages are a little old, but they have kept these safe for many years, so this has definitely fulfilled its purpose, and I'm very pleased with it. So I am just going to go through all of these. If I see any that have a particular interesting story, I will tell you, and I will let you look at all of my cards. I'm going to move this up just a pinch. Oh, it just started raining. Before I started this video, there was a huge black cloud in the sky. We've been having storms here. So, if you hear some rain in the distance, that's why. That's why. Bayonet, you need to get out of the picture. I know you want to be part of the attention, Bayonet, but you can't. Believe it or not, I don't think I even have a Bayonet card. I know. For someone who loves Bayonet as much as me, I don't even think I have a Bayonet card. This page technically comes out. It broke a long time ago on its things here, but I keep it in here because it still keeps my cards safe. There you go. These things have so much history to them. I've had them for so long now. I'll even show you my first Pokemon card, which I think I'll know when I see it. I have to really think about it. That was my first Butterfree over there. Very first Butterfree I have. I have some Pokemon that are in different languages, as you can see. This one is in German. believe that one's in, yeah, that one's in German. And I have like tons of extras. I don't really keep extras in here unless there's a particular reason why. I keep all my extras in tins actually because I want to keep them safe as well. And I don't get rid of any cards. It's just like my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't get rid of any of them. I always keep all them all. I have tons of Pikachus, as you can see. And you will see more Pikachus. My first holographic Raichu right here. It still is. Well, I actually have a story about Clefable here, my holographic Clefable. I remember when I was in school, and you know how kids are just stupid. Well, there were these two boys, they were talking about their Pokemon cards, and I was sitting nearby, and I was actually looking at mine. And I just so happened to have mine. And they wanted to see mine, and I said no, because I knew that they wanted them. Because the one boy was already taking the other boy's cards, and they were trying to do trades and stuff, and they were kind of doing it unfairly, like most young boys do. And they wanted to do that with mine, and I said no. And he said, I bet you don't have Clefairy or Clefable like I do, and he was flashing them at me, and I said, actually, I do. And he's like, no you don't. And I held up the card like right in front of him, and he turns away and he's like, no you don't, no you don't. He wouldn't even look at it. But yeah, that's just the way young people are, I guess. I told that story to Maya a while ago, and he thought it was kind of funny. I love my Ninetales card. I showed this one to my mom a long time ago. She always liked it. My mom actually likes Ninetales. But yeah, I'll bring this up to the camera a little bit if you can see it. Still got its holographic to it. Ninetales is a beautiful Pokemon. You know what, maybe I'll bring out the Clefable too, just so I can kind of show that. Here is my Clefable. As you can see, still nice and holographic and beautiful. After all these years. I do believe my Wigglytuff... No, Wigglytuff is not holographic. I always thought it was. But I guess not. Oh, I don't know if anyone remembers these versions of the Pokemon cards that had the scanner on them. Yeah, that really didn't stick. I just got the cards because I liked them. I also, everyone, I don't really play the trading card game. I have a few times in the past with siblings, but yeah. I might in the future. I mostly just collect because I collect what I like. Oh, there's my Oddish. I used to spend hours when I was younger just looking at the background artworks too, wondering where in the world these Pokemon were at the time. I had a very big imagination. I still do. I always liked that artwork for Gloom too. Actually, Gloom, I think, was among the first few cards that I had. When I got my first Pokemon cards, I got like 5 altogether, and Meowth was another one. Actually, I think Meowth was literally my first card. I'm thinking about that. I think he was the first one I ever saw. This Meowth right here, I believe, was my first Pokemon card ever. And then I got a few others after it. Yes. So he's been with me the longest. I used to love to read the descriptions too. They don't really do descriptions much anymore. It takes up too much room on the cards, I guess. But I used to love that. There are still some that I would like to hunt down. I want to get the original Alakazam as well. Oh, I do have it. It's right there. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember when I got that. I remember when I got my victory bell for the first time. That was a nice day. I remember I just got done eating tacos. And my mom kind of surprised me. She brought out this little Pokemon package, and she put it in front of me. It was a little pack, and she said, "I got this for you today." One of the few times that my mom got me Pokemon cards. She usually, outside of holidays anyway, she usually got them for me on holidays, and my grandmother would get them for me a lot. I owe it to them to how much my cards have really grown in collection. There's another one of the, back when they were starting to first do the reverse holographics, people really didn't call it that. They started calling it that later. There's my other holographic Magneton here. I've seen how some people, when they have their collections, they keep them in order according to, like, the set that they came from. I don't really do that with mine. I just keep them however I want them. Many of these have not been taken out in years. Haunter was my first ghost Pokemon. This particular Haunter right here. My first ghost Pokemon card. And then I got this Ghastly. And then I got the others. There's my Execute. Once upon a time, Execute was one of my favorite Pokemon. I still like Execute a lot. But, yeah, it used to be among one of my favorites. Holographic Electrode over here. Kingler was another one of the first 5 cards that I ever had. And I think Lickitung as well. What really helped add to my collection one day is one of my aunts actually gave me this huge box full of cards they had obtained and just gave them to me, and it really added to my collection. Here's my holographic Chansey and holographic Kangaskhan. Oh, my holographic Mr. Mime. I always like the background on this. I'm gonna take him out real quick. There's Mr. Mime, which everyone recently saw in the Pokemon movie. That's a very nice card. Still love it. I always like the artwork to Staryu as well, before I turn the page here. I like that he was laying on a beach. And also the one for Starmie. It's just floating in the ocean somewhere. Down deep in the ocean. I've seen a more upgraded version of this particular artwork of Staryu, and they've actually kind of cropped the image a little bit. It's not quite as wide as it used to be. My sister thought that this card was odd. She saw this one of Jinx here. Because Jinx, on the scene, it's standing in someone's bedroom and it's looking down at you. with those big lips and that really interesting looking face. And she said that would be creepy to wake up to in the middle of the night. I always thought that Jinx was kind of an interesting Pokemon now. Despite what some people think, it's not quite based off an opera singer. It sort of is, but it's mostly based off of Japanese yokai demon. Here's my holographic Lapras. It has lost some of its luster over the years. When I first got it, it wasn't brand new. It had belonged to someone else and they gave it to me. But it's still there. It's still got a little bit of shine to it. Just gotta keep it safe. Magikarp is highly underrated. I love Magikarp. Vaporeon is the only one of evolutions that I have the original card to. Yes, I have Flareon and Jolteon here too, and I have a few other evolutions, but they're not the first sets. Vaporeon is, though, the first set of its holographic. Maya might actually like that card pretty much. I think he likes Vaporeon. I have two different holographic Zapdos, as you can see right here. They're two different card arts. Oh, yes, that's right. I'm gonna have to take it out from this side. Here's my promo of Mewtwo. Way back, I think, when the movie came out. Here's my promo of Mewtwo. Originally, you would get the promo of Mew, which I don't have, but I wouldn't mind clicking for it and just buying it individually. And now, as you can see, we're kind of getting into second generation Pokemon here. I remember when second generation Pokemon first came out, they were a very big hit among all the fans. Everyone was excited to see brand new Pokemon. Of course, after that, the rest is history. We've been having new generations come out every few years or so. It's either every few years or every 5 years or so, something like that. Here's a reverse holographic Ampharos here, and here's a holographic Bellossom, which Maya might like that one. I always like the artwork to this Flaffy. Its tail is like turning on the Christmas tree. So yeah, people celebrate Christmas in the world of Pokemon. There you go. I remember when I opened this card, and the reason why I remember opening this one, my holographic Jumpluff, is because I remember I was in the car late at night. It was in the back seat, and we were going through town, and right as we passed underneath a street light, I pulled this card out of the package, and it lit up the holographic to it, and it was just kind of like a serene memory. I was like, wow, it's a holographic Jumpluff. Right as the light shined through the window. Here's my reverse, not reverse hologram, but a holographic Umbreon right here. And here's tons of unknowns, as you can see. Now, as you can see, these two are the same card, but the reason I have them in here is because this is back when they had like signed cards of like when they were doing the tournaments, like the people who were the best players in the world, they would sign the cards that they had used in their tournaments, and these have two different names, so that's why they're both side by side there. They are technically two different cards, even though they have the same artwork. Poor Snubble, hanging from a branch. I don't even know how it got up there. Oh yeah, I always liked this one too. I'm gonna have to take it out for a moment. I like the holographic artwork on this Crobat. Like the whole card itself is shiny, even all around the edge. And I love the way his wings are holographic too. It's very pretty. Very nice. One of my favorite artworks of the cargo there, of my cards. I just like the way the flames look right there, coming out of the shell. My holographic Houndoom, which is in German. I only like Pokemon dogs. I don't like real dogs. Here's another holographic Houndoom. And I like this one because it's kind of semi-realistic. Maybe I can bring him out. Just for a moment. Bring him up to the camera a little bit. I just like the artwork on that one. Again, back when they had the scanner cards for some of the games that they had come out with. Oh, this card is, as you can see, kind of badly damaged. It's because I found this one. This was the first time I had obtained Stantler, and the card is a little bit damaged there, but I've been able to prolong its life by keeping it in here. Getting into third generation now, right here after the Celebi in Lugia. And here's my Larvitar cards, which Maya likes. He loves Larvitar. Again, more of the signed card series right there. I don't even know if they really make those anymore. Probably don't. Pokemon cards have gone through an evolution even of themselves. You can kind of just tell how more advanced they've gotten throughout the years, and considering back when they just had the basic artworks back here, and then now they just look so much more sleek. But I really love the older ones though, for that reason even, just because it has really good memories with it. But I do like some of the new things that they've come out with, like the full artworks and 2 Pokemon in 1 image. I like this nose pass, because he's standing in the snow. Rarely would you ever see a rock Pokemon just standing in the snow. Oh, my favorite Snorunt card. It looks so cute here. And I love how, like, in the artwork, it shows his reflection in the ice. Such nice attention to detail. It's very nice. Hope you all are enjoying this so far. I know it's quite long. We're not even near done. My very sassy Purloin. You know, I may have to take him out to kind of show him, because Maya really loves Purloin too. And he is such a sassy boy in this one. Sassy Purloin boy. Just like in the anime. I actually have a Purloin plush. He's back here somewhere. I'll find him in a minute. Maybe. I thought maybe I would find him right away, but I guess not. My reverse holographic Alola Mola. Oh, and my Scrafty. Yeah, I really love Scrafty. He's among some of my favorite. Bayonet's still my favorite Pokemon, but out of all dark and, well, fighting types. Maybe not all dark types, but definitely out of the fighting types, aside from Hitmonchan, I really love Scrafty. Yes. I really hope that my cat, Sadie, has not run off with my Purloin plush, because I cannot seem to find it. It might be buried under the blankets on the bed. Alright, now actually getting into dark Pokemon. Do the fans remember this? When they used to have, like, Dark Charizard, holographic, by the way, Dark Arbok. These Pokemon were supposed to be owned by the organization of Team Rocket, and they would come in the Team Rocket decks, I remember. You bought the whole structure deck for it. And sometimes they'd have an R here, most of the time anyway, and it would show that those were under the ownership of the organization of Team Rocket. So I put these all together. And here's Team Rocket's Meowth, actually, from the Team Rocket trio. His only attack is called Miraculous Comeback. Even though we all know in the anime he's got more than just one little attack. But I always thought that was funny. He's kind of flailing about right there. And some of these had really nice artworks too, making the Pokemon look kind of evil. Especially this one. This is probably my favorite one. I can't really reach it at the moment because it's kind of all the way over here. But I can bring it up like this. And you can see my Dark Magneton. I love the artwork to that. I love how it's all holographic and you can see the shadow of a Team Rocket member right there. He's very pleased with the evilness of his Pokemon. That's one of my favorite dark cards. I also particularly liked the Dark Dragonair as well. I'd like to try to see if I can complete the whole thing, because I don't think I have them all. And just like the Dark Pokemon, there were also Light Pokemon, like Light Wigglytuff, Light Ninetales. They were like the counterpart to it. Although they're not owned by Team Rocket, obviously. Otherwise they'd be Darks. A Light Togetic was the first Light card I ever had. And now just kind of going into, oh yes, all the gym leader cards. Now I had these kind of in order according to the gym leaders, how they're supposed to be in order, like Brock is first. Like here's all of Brock's Pokemon here. And these were popular for a little while. If you could get two different sets, I believe. There were the first gym leader sets, and there were like gym heroes as well that came out later. I have quite a few of those, and it goes into Misty's next, all of her water Pokemon. Going into Lieutenant Surge here. I liked Lieutenant Surge's Pokemon, but I did not like his character. In the anime, anyway. I'm sure it might be a little bit different in the manga. In the anime, I really wasn't too fond of him. But I do like his many electric types. I'm getting into Koga, and that's not Koga from Inuyasha. It's Koga in Pokemon. I believe they all came in like their separate structure decks too, I think. I'd have to double check on that. Going into Blaine's Pokemon here. As you know, he mostly had fire types. Here's Blaine himself. There's Koga. Interesting that this was like a holographic trainer card. They really didn't start doing that until recently, so that was pretty rare for its time. And after all of Blaine's Pokemon, we will start moving into Giovanni's Pokemon here, which are a combination of many different kinds. I don't have too many Giovanni cards. I'd like to get more of his, though. Now, obviously, I know that Erica was challenged before Giovanni. I have yet to kind of rearrange that, and I may not. I may actually just leave this the way it is. But here's all of Erica, Gym Leader Erica's grass types, and her Dratini, which isn't quite a grass type. I always thought that was interesting. She owns a Dratini, but she never used it in the anime. She only used her grass types. I love her Victory Bell, though. Ah, yes. Pokemon Gym Leader Sabrina, and all of her psychic Pokemon. They're some of my favorite ones in the Gym Leader sets. I love all of her psychic types, and she's got some ghost types as well as a Porygon, interesting enough. And now we're moving into the Pokemon cards in my collection that are all in Japanese. And a lot of these are kind of difficult to find these days. Some of these were promos that came in this promo thing back here, which I will show you in full detail once I get there. Yes. Some of these are artworks that you probably have seen on the English versions, and these are the Japanese versions. I believe this is actually a light Slowbro. I'd have to look that up, though. I love this Scizor so much. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the Japanese that I have here. My holographic Scizor. I really love that one. And this Celebi, too, of course. That's a very rare Celebi. Difficult to find. Let's see if I can bring it up here into the light a little bit. If you can see it. There we go. A little bit. And after all of the Japanese ones, this is when I just started getting... every so often I would get some of the newer Pokemon that came out within the last 5 years or so. Some of the newer generations, just random packs every now and then. I collected a lot more when I was younger, and I'm just recently started to add more to my collection, thankfully. And I'll be able to expand upon it. Here's my other Purloin. Really like this Misdreavus. You can really see how much cards have changed over the years, even just looking at these brand newer kind. Oh, my kitty just jumped up here. Apparently she wants to see what I'm doing. She's not quite in the picture, but she is nearby, just so you know, if you probably heard her bell. I love this reverse holographic Victory Bell, and this holographic Chandelure. Very nice. And this Sableye. And this Unknown. Don't really know if you can kind of see Sadie in the picture. I don't think you can. She's over on this side, over this way. She's sitting nearby and watching. And here is Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. Oh, and here is an original Ditto. I got this a long time ago and I didn't put it all the way back here where it should belong. But this Ditto was another card I found, and as you can see, it's kind of in poor shape, but it is an original holographic Ditto. And I don't want to get rid of it because it's kind of hard to find these days, so I saved it, and it's still here. So here's some of my full art ones. Here is a Ninetales Break, and here is a Mega Charizard EX right over here. These are very nice cards. Oh yes, my Cacturn. I almost didn't see that there. I like how they gave Metapod a reverse holographic. Of all Pokemon to really give that to, a little Metapod, that is so nice. Poor Metapod is hardly ever shown anymore. Some of these are starting to slide out just a little bit here. Gonna have to try to turn the pages a little slowly. There we go. I love this one so much. I gotta show this because my Sneasel is so cute. The artwork on this Sneasel is adorable. I think I do really want to relocate some of these because these pages are going to, they don't hold them in place very well, these certain kind of extra pages here, because of the way I have to put them. And I don't want the cards to bend either and put them in danger. So I think I'll relocate probably these ones to my yellow binder later on. Kind of lighten the load inside this book. Oh, and my Brixen. Maya will like this. This is my cute little Brixen. Maya's favorite Pokemon, probably. You'll have to ask him. But he loves Brixen, and I know that he likes this card. I bought him a Brixen for Christmas, actually. So that he could start his own collection. My Furfrou, my very first Furfrou. I'd like to get all versions of Furfrou, because I know that it's got many different fur styles. This is the last page here, everyone. So we'll show you what's just on the other side. Some of my most recent cards. I love these so much. And over here, this is something very rare. Move this out of the way. Now, this is back when Pokemon Neo first came out. Now, this is what I had some promo complete Japanese cards come in. And they came in a very reflective, very nice done artwork here. I can show you some of it. I don't know if I can show all of it because it's kind of stuck in here very well. But yes, I really love this. And I love how it's got almost all of the energies on here now. Now that we obviously have more, we have a few more. Like Darkness is not on here, neither is Fairy Energy, but most of them. Steel type's not on there either. But yeah. I won't ever get rid of this because I love the way the artwork is on it. And they probably don't have it anymore anywhere. And I just keep it in here. Alright everyone, that was all the cards within the first binder, so I'm going to open up the second one now, a small jump cut, and I'll show you what I have in there. Now here is my yellow binder. Guess what? Don't be disappointed, but I'm not going to open it. Bayonet's guarding it. You wanna know why? Because in here contains all of my new cards that I'm going to be doing in some card opening videos. That's right. You will see them in those videos. So all the cards that are in here, you'll see then. Until next time, bye for now, everyone. Bayonet says bye. If I can get him up in there. There he goes. Little Bayonet.